A lot of companies say they care about the environment and commit to certain goals but don't end up doing much about it. A whopping 78% of companies in the Standard & Poor's 500, for example, issued sustainability reports in 2018 and 66% of all U.S. companies committed to the UN. As Sustainable Development Goals in 2017 through either explicit statements about the goals or implicit actions that support them. But relatively few say they've actually embedded the sustainability goals into their business strategies or into departments such as communications, human resources and supply chain management, corporate functions that can play a huge role in boosting sustainability. A 2016 report found that just 2% of companies actually achieve their sustainability goals. This matters because the Trump administration's skepticism about the threat of climate change has made it clear that the federal government won't be leading the charge to avert the worst of it. That means it's up to companies to pick up the baton. So what separates companies that succeed at becoming more sustainable from those that fail? I spoke with over 100 CEOs, managers and regular employees at 25 multinational companies that have committed to becoming more sustainable in hopes of answering the question. My research, published in my book Small Actions, Big Difference, suggests it begins with a shared purpose and winning over employee hearts and minds. Elevating sustainability. Part of the problem is that companies have made profit maximization their primary purpose for decades. That has made all other aims, such as sustainability, secondary and separate from a company's main mission. The result has been that companies tend to departmentalize sustainability efforts, depriving the company of the ingenuity and passion of the employee base in addressing one of the most complex problems of our times. Since sustainability permeates every aspect of a company's operations from procurement to disposal, it is vital to embed a purpose promoting it in every department. Perhaps not surprisingly, companies that want to achieve goals like reducing their carbon footprint or waste tend to do better when they make sustainability an integral part of their core purpose and communicate this commitment to the entire staff. That is clear from a recent analysis I conducted of environmental, social and governance performance data on over companies during a 10-year period. I found that companies that said they have an overarching vision that combines financial goals with social and environmental ones tended to perform better on a measure of their impact on the environment. They also tended to perform better financially as well. Why? Because workers like a corporate purpose that trumps profit. Research has shown articulating a purpose beyond profit resonates with a company's workforce. For my book, I spent countless hours over a period of 5 years interviewing executives, middle managers and factory workers to try to understand what separates the companies making successful strides in reducing their environmental impact from those still struggling. What I learned from the reams of interview data that I collected and transcribed is that the successful companies enjoy a sense of sustainability ownership in their employees so that everyone from the mailroom to the boardroom picks up the baton as part of his or her job. And it all starts with defining a corporate purpose, the all-important question of why do we do what we do, something that 3 companies did particularly well. Employee buy-in has been vital to Unilever's success in becoming more sustainable. John Face/FF Getty Images, saving lives by selling soap. When Paul Pullman took over as consumer goods giant Unilever CEO in 2009, he realized that the company had to transition to a new business model that accounted for the environmental and social realities of today's world in order to survive. Working with his leadership team, he came up with a new purpose for Unilever, to make sustainable living commonplace, which was widely communicated to all workers using a variety of means from company YouTube channels to embedding sustainability ambassadors throughout the company. The effort worked. Employees I spoke with clearly internalized and appreciated the new corporate purpose and culture. One factory worker in India put it succinctly: I would rather save lives than sell soap. Corporate executives credit this integration with Unilever as success in becoming a greener company. If you can read full post on cryptofans news, link available in text below.